Welcome students. Today I am going to tell you what are equations of motion and how we will derive these equations of motion, children. First of all, what is an equation of motion and how we will define this equation of motion? Now I will explain you. Children, equations basing on initial velocity u, final velocity v, acceleration a, displacement s and time t. The equations relating these terms, these words are called as equations of motion. Once again children, what is this equation of motion? In this equation of motion, definitely we will have these types of letters. What is u children? Initial velocity. What is v? Final velocity. What is s? It is displacement. What is a? Acceleration. What is time? T. Okay children, if the equations of motions includes this initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, displacement and time, then these are called as equations of motion. In this mainly we will have three equations of motion which are very important. What is the first equation of motion children? See, v is equal to u plus at. Say children again, v is equal to u plus at. This is called as first equation of motion. Next, what is the second equation of motion children? S is equal to ut plus half at square. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay children. Next, coming to the third one, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. Okay children. Mainly we are having three equations of motion. How many children? Three. Tell them in order. V is equal to u plus at. S is equal to ut plus half at square. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. Okay children. Now I will derive first equation of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at. First of all, consider an object. Consider an object which is moving with some initial velocity u and final velocity v with some acceleration a within time t seconds. See children, we have to consider an object. It is moving with constant acceleration. We have to assume that that object is moving in constant acceleration. Okay children, I told you in the previous class what is an acceleration children. It is a rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity or velocity by time is equal to acceleration. So from the definition of acceleration, a is equal to v minus u by t. V is final velocity. Suppose if an object is moving with some initial velocity. Okay children, after certain time, does the vehicle or the object changes its velocity? Yes, definitely it changes according to the time. As the time going on, the final velocity of the object is also changing. Okay children, so acceleration is equal to that final velocity minus initial velocity by time. This is change in velocity. Change in velocity. We have to take always v because final velocity minus u initial velocity, because final velocity is always more when compared to the initial velocity. Okay. So acceleration is equal to v minus u by t. Okay children. Now cross multiply this t. Cross multiply this t to this a. So a into t, what happens? At. A into t is equal to at is equal to v minus u. Keep this v minus u here only and cross multiply by this a to t, we will get at. So see children, this is having minus sign. So if this is if you bring this minus u to this side, it will become plus u. So finally v is equal to u plus at. So this is our equation, v is equal to u plus at. So we have derived the first equation of motion. Okay children. So you have to consider an object which is moving with initial velocity u and final velocity v with some constant acceleration within a time t. Okay children. After then only you have to start a from the definition of a is equal to v minus u by t. Cross multiply this t with a. Okay children, a into t, at is equal to v minus u. So bring this u to this side. So u plus at is equal to v. Therefore v is equal to u plus at. This is the first equation of motion. Children, now we will go to the second equation of motion, that is s is equal to ut plus half at square. Ut plus half at square. So in this also you have to take an object. You have to take an object. It is moving with some initial velocity and it is going with some displacement within time t, and it is having some acceleration a children. It is having some acceleration a. Now we have to come in from the definition of average velocity. Average velocity. Why we are taking average velocity here? Because an object is traveling with some initial velocity and final velocity after certain time interval t. So average velocity is must and should. Okay children, because the velocity of the object is keeping on changing with respect to the time. Therefore average velocity is equal to v plus u by t. So children, average means sum of the quantities by number of quantities. Here what are the quantities? Initial velocity and final velocity. Sum of all quantities. So u plus v by total number of quantities. How many? U and v. These are 2. Therefore v plus u by 2 or u plus v by 2. So in order to derive the second equation, we have to start from average velocity. So average velocity v is equal to v plus v by 2. Okay children. But whereas what is the definition for velocity? What is the definition for velocity children? It is displacement by time. Velocity is defined as the rate of change of displacement. Rate of change of displacement or displacement of an object per unit time interval. These two we can say. So what is the formula of finally velocity? Velocity is equal to displacement by time. Children, velocity is equal to displacement by time. And this displacement is denoted by the letter children? Yes. Displacement is denoted by the letter S. Okay. Time t. Therefore, in place of this average velocity, I am writing the definition for this velocity displacement by time. And displacement is denoted with the letter S and time is t. And average velocity value is equal to u plus v by 2. So here this equation in place of average velocity I kept the definition, and u plus v by 2 is equal to this displacement is denoted by the letter S and time is t children. Now this u plus v by 2 is equal to S by 2. Okay children. And here this is v. V means here final velocity. This final velocity v is equal to what children? From according to the first equation, v is equal to u plus at. What is v children? V is equal to u plus at. V is equal to u plus at. V is equal to u plus at. Here in place of this v, I am substituting u plus at. In place of v, we have to keep the value of u plus at from the first equation of motion. Okay children. So in place of this v, I am writing u plus at by 2. Here s by 2 I bring to this left hand side. So s by t is equal to this u and in place of this v I am writing u plus at by 2. So here I get from equation 1. Okay children, from first equation of motion. Okay children, now add u plus u, how much children? 2u. We have added u 2 times. Therefore, its answer is 2u. Okay, u plus u, 2u plus at by 2. Okay, children. Now separate this denominator. Separate these two for the terms in the numerator. That means 2u by 2 plus at by 2. Okay, children. Here I am dividing this 2 to this term and 2 to this term, okay, because it is common. Therefore, I get 2u by 2. This is the plus at by 2. Okay, children. So, here 2 will get cancelled. 2 will get cancelled. So, what will remain here? U. At by 2 I am writing like this. So, now here s by t is there, no? So, now you have to cross multiply this t to this whole u plus at by 2. So here t is multiplied to the terms u plus at by 2. Okay. Now multiply this t with u. What will you get children? T into u. What happens? ut. Okay children? ut. Next t into at. So a kept like that. T into t, what happens? Multiply t square. We will get t square by 2. Okay children. So here you have to cross multiply this 2 to this u plus at by 2. So multiply this t with u. What will you get? What will you get? u into t, ut. A into t into t. T into t, what is its answer? T square. We are multiplying t 2 times. So t into t, t square. T into t into t, t cube. Like that. So t into t, t square by 2. Okay children. So here s is equal to ut plus. So this by 2 I am writing as 1 by 2. Because in numerator this assume that 1 by 2 into at square. So that s is equal to ut plus half at square. Now we got the second equation of motion. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay children, do you understand properly? This is somewhat difficult, but whereas if you practice it, it will be easy. So for deriving second equation of motion, we have to start with average velocity. Average velocity is the sum of initial velocity and final velocity by 2. So average velocity is equal to u plus v by 2. What is the definition for velocity children? Displacement by time. What is the displacement denoted by the letter s? S by 10t. So then, and one other important factor is that you should definitely substitute in place of this v. First equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at. You have to substitute in place of v, u plus at. After that, you have to add u plus u. It will get 2u plus at. After that, you have to cross multiply. Okay children. So after cross multiply, you have to divide this 1 by 2 like this and then at square. Therefore, what is second equation of motion children? S is equal to ut plus half at square. S is equal to ut plus half at square. This is the second equation of motion children. Now we will go to the third equation of motion, that is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. So for this one also we have to consider an object which is moving with initial velocity and final velocity with some acceleration a and it is having some displacement s children. Okay. So for this one we have to start from the first equation of motion. What is first equation of motion children? V is equal to u plus at. So now bring this u to this side. What happens when this u brings to this side plus u, it will become as minus u. So v minus u is equal to at. So this is equation 1, children. From the first equation of motion, you have to start the third equation of motion because you want the answer v minus u is equal to at. Now what we have from the second equation of motion? Average velocity. See children, average velocity is equal to u plus v by 2 is equal to s by t. So this is from second equation of motion. Average velocity value is equal to s by t because displacement by time. So from this one, bring this 2 to this right hand side. Take this 2 to this right hand side. So it is multiplied to 2. So that means it will become as 2 into s by t. So v plus u is equal to 2s by t. So here v minus u is there. Here v plus u is there. This is equation 2 and this is equation 1. So in order to get v square minus u square, you have to multiply these two equations because it is in the form of a minus b and a plus b. What is the formula of a minus b into a plus b, children? Is equal to a square minus b square. So by multiplying these two, we will get the value of v square minus u square. So in order to get this one, first of all we want the answer, we want the value of v minus u from the first equation, and from the average velocity we will have v plus u. Okay children. Now multiplying these two equations. See children, what is the first equation? V minus u. What is the second equation? LHS v plus u is equal to, here it is at. Here what is its answer? 2s by t. Multiply these two will in the division. So cancel these two terms. T will get cancelled. 2s into a. So that is 2a, yes. And what is its answer? It is in the form of a minus b into a plus b. That means it is a square minus b square is equal to 2as. So we got this v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Children, in all these three equations, we are not having all the values. Okay children, all these letters are not in the R. In this one, s is missing. Okay children, v, u, a, t. In this 5, here s is missing. Okay children, and in this one, see children, u, t, a, s. Here final velocity v term is not there. And in this one, v, u, a, s, here t is not there. In this 5, in each derivation, in each equation of motion, one is not missing. So while doing problems, you must be careful which equation of motion we have to consider and we have to follow them. We will see. Okay children. Now I thought that you understood these three derivations very well, children. Thank you.